80%. That is the number Gartner published. 80% of organizations will evolve their large software engineering teams into smaller AI-augmented teams by 2030. Every engineer who saw that headline read it the same way. 80% of engineers get fired by 2030. That is not what the forecast says. The forecast is about orgs, not seats. But that correction does not make the number comfortable. Because when you do the actual seat count math underneath, the math Gartner did not publish, the picture is more specific and far more uneven than either reading suggests. Let's look at what it actually says. 3 words in the Gartner sentence carry all the weight. Evolve, AI-augmented, and 80%. Evolve is not eliminate. Gartner's own methodology note clarifies that the projection covers team restructuring, not headcount reduction. A 40-person platform team becoming a 12-person platform team plus an agent fleet counts as evolved. So does a 40-person team becoming a 6-person team plus 4 product pods. Both are inside the 80%. AI-augmented has a specific operational definition in the 2026 forecast. At least one autonomous agent in the merge pipeline, plus a documented spec layer the agent reads from. Copilot autocomplete does not count. Cursor tab does not count. The bar is an agent that opens, reviews, or merges PRs without a human in the keystroke loop. And 80% is the share of organizations, not of engineers. Roughly 2,000 of the Fortune 2000 will restructure. The seat count math underneath is messier. Pragmatic Engineer's 2026 headcount analysis pegs net engineer seats in those orgs at -18 to -34% by 2030, with a heavy bias toward shrinking middle layers, not entry-level and not senior IC. So the real question is not, are engineers being replaced? The real question is what the surviving 12-person team looks like, and whether the role you hold today is inside it or outside it. There are 4 answers already in production. 1 senior engineer, 2 mid-level engineers, 1 product designer, and a fleet of agents, typically 4 to 7, handling test generation, refactor PRs, dependency hygiene, and first-pass code review. This shape replaces the classic 10 to 14-person feature team. The senior owns architecture and is the human escalation path for any agent disagreement. The 2 mids own the parts of the codebase agents cannot reason about safely. State machines, payment flows, anything where a bug is a board-level incident. The designer survives unchanged because nothing in the 2026 agent stack does taste. Real example, Shopify's storefront team published in their Q1 2026 engineering report that they reorganized 11 platform pods into 4 orchestrator pods, with average pod size dropping from 9 humans to 4 humans plus 5 named agents. Shipping velocity on the modernization track went up 2.3x. The number that matters is the ratio. Roughly 1 human per agent, not 1 agent per human, 31%. That is roughly the share of YC's winter 2026 batch shipping production with 2 or fewer engineers on payroll, per founder surveys at Demo Day. 2 years earlier, that number was under 5%. The org change that produced that swing is a single substitution. Swap the second engineer hire for a specification layer. 1 product manager, 1 tech lead. Their primary daily artifact is not code. It is a spec file, usually called skill.md, that defines the contract the agents implement against. The squad does not write the feature. The squad writes the specification, the acceptance tests, and the guardrails. Agents open the pull requests. The tech lead reviews. The PM accepts. The bet underneath this shape is that specification quality is now a higher leverage skill than implementation quality. Whether that bet holds is the open question of the next 18 months. 3 to 5 senior engineers. No juniors, no mids, no managers in the cell. The manager is shared across multiple cells. This shape exists because agents are extremely good at the middle 60% of engineering work and extremely bad at the bookend 20% on each side. The first 20% is the architectural choice. What database, what consistency model, what failure mode. The last 20% is the production incident at 3 a.m., the security review before a regulator audit, the infrastructure glue that does not fit any framework. Stripe's incident response team, Cloudflare's Edge platform team, and Netflix's resilience engineering group have all reorganized along this shape during 2025 and early 2026. Published headcount in these cells dropped between 20% and 25%, and average compensation per remaining engineer rose by a comparable share. The number, senior IC compensation at FA-Ang tier companies is up roughly 22% year over year, while mid-level IC bands are flat. Last mile cells are the highest paid shape on this list. They are also the smallest. Both of those things are causally linked. The assumption that collapsed fastest is not about headcount. It is about who is allowed in the room. The Vertical Product Triad has one full-stack engineer, one ML engineer, and one domain expert, a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, a logistics planner. What it does not have is a consultant role or a subject matter expert who gets asked for requirements and then shown the door. Agents handle the integration plumbing between the three humans. The Triad does not ship a feature. The Triad ships a vertical product, a complete workflow for one specific industry, Harvey for legal, Abridge for clinical documentation, the new wave of accounting agents. All of them are organized as triads, not as engineering teams with a domain consultant attached. What dies in this shape is the assumption that domain expertise belongs outside the build team. What survives is the assumption that the build team needs someone who has billed hours in the industry being automated. The median Series A vertical AI company in 2026 has a 1.1.1 ratio of full stack to ML to domain headcount. 5 years ago, that ratio was roughly 6:1. 4 shapes. None of them look like the org chart most engineers were hired into. The pattern across all 4 shapes is not random. There is a consistent signal in who survives. Compounding roles. Senior individual contributors. Comp up 22% year over year, headcount steady or up. Machine learning engineers with production deployment experience. Comp up 31%, headcount up 18%. Platform and infrastructure specialists. Comp up 17%, headcount flat but rising in absolute scarcity. Product designers, headcount up 9%, comp up 11%. Domain experts inside triads, a new category that essentially did not exist as a tracked role in 2023. Evaporating roles, entry-level software engineer postings, down 67% from the 2022 peak per the pragmatic engineer analysis of LinkedIn and Indeed data. Mid-level generalist engineers with no specialization, flat headcount, comp down 4% in real terms. Engineering managers of teams smaller than 8, the middle layer Gartner explicitly flagged, down roughly 22% in posting volume. Junior QA, down 71%, the steepest drop in the dataset. The compounding side has a pattern. Every role on it either makes the hard architectural call, owns the production failure mode, or provides the judgment an agent cannot fake. The evaporating side has a pattern too. Every role on it was, in 2022, a stepping stone. A place you started before becoming something else. The stepping stones are the part that is disappearing, which means the career ladder is no longer a ladder. It is a cliff with a rope at the top. The rope is the 4 shapes, and getting onto it requires being the kind of engineer who either owns the hard architectural call, owns the production failure mode, or provides the judgment an agent cannot fake. The 4 shapes tell you where the seats go. They do not tell you how a 4-person pod actually outships a 14-person team. What the agent orchestration layer looks like from the inside. Why the spec format is the thing that either holds or collapses. That technical layer is the next watch, the same story, told from the other end. 80% of organizations, 4 shapes, 1 primitive. That is the macro lens.